This is Anderson Pens Podcast, episode 359 for Thursday, August 13th, 2020. This is Brian.
And this is Lisa.
Good morning. So, I was watching some TV last night. I was watching this Australian cooking show.
That's funny.
Yeah, and it's different, a little different. You see these French chefs and, these New York chefs. But I was watching this Australian cooking show, and the crowd clapped when the chef made meringue, and I was really surprised.
Okay.
I mean, don't Australians normally boomerang?
Well, that was better than the last
morning.
couple weeks.
All right.
Hey, so if this is 359, next week is 360. We should just sit in our chairs and
That means we've done it a whole year, right?
spin. No, that's 365.
All right. Which one of these items on the list would you like to start with today?
Esterbrook Nook.
Great.
Go in order and totally mess them up. All right, so Esterbrook, the new Esterbrook company, has... they came out with pen nooks 2 years ago
Yeah, something like that.
in tan. They were nice. They
Year
were
and a
pretty.
half,
They had a
yep.
slide-out drawer. They discontinued those, and now they went to this really cool new design.
I like the color.
I
Oh my
love
God.
the blue. Absolutely gorgeous.
Blue with this beautiful red stitching.
And a really interesting design. I wasn't sure what to think about it until I saw it. So it has a snap. Is it a snap or magnet?
It's I believe it's magnetic.
Well,
And it's a snap, so it does both.
yeah, there you go. So the top lifts up, and
And
the
it
bottom
flips out,
flips
yeah,
down. How
yeah.
cool is that? New stitching. Oh, it's padded. Mm-hmm. Oh, it feels like the shoe inserts you get. That's kind of cool.
And a nice strong,
And yeah, I like that.
strong
So
little.
I've got the 6.
I say string. That's not a.
Oh, look,
it's
it
not a
comes
string.
with pens.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't.
It doesn't come with pens, but this is the 12, the dozen, as they call it, and it fits large pens. So I've got the oversized Sparkle SD in here. These are your standard size SDs, but it fits. We tested it fits King of Pen. I'm sure it's going to fit I mean, it's long. I mean, if it fits the Sparkle, which is a pretty long pen, it's going to fit most pens.
Yeah, this is a really interesting design.
It's neat. I like it. It's got the nice logo on here. On the button, they call this their little Esterbrook Infinity logo.
I love the color.
The flower.
I love the color.
Yeah, the color's great. It's solid. Nice red interior, to go with the stitching.
On the 12, I guess my only critique would be I wish that maybe this had been in the middle or maybe 2.
On the side. Well,
But, I mean, they're not...
it's not going to come out.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, I guess if I
If you
snapped
snap it, it would be better. But they're very solid.
So there's a single. There's also a pen sleeve.
And this one's nice too, because if you hold it
if
the
you
right
hold
way,
it the right way. I kept trying last night to figure out
how to get that open.
Yeah, it's
No.
this end.
It's a nice felt insert too. It's a little different. It's
yeah.
not the red insert, but it's a little bit.
I like
more
it.
felt.
I like it a lot. So single, double, triple. So 2 singles, a double, a triple, a 6, and a 12.
And then a big 12. And this is
Max hair on me or something.
this is about as big as, like my Franklin Christoph penvelope.
Yeah, super
But
nice.
it's really, the edges are very firm. So it's not going to get squashed.
Yes.
So it's got some support on the edges.
Reminds me of like the old Visconti cases they used to have years ago.
Yeah.
Very cool.
So-
All right.
Esterbrook Nooks now in stock and ready to hold your pens.
All right.
What else you got? Go.
Got Max hair on me.
And Max is everywhere.
I know. Tasha came out with a new line of inks called the Jeans ink. So they are all shades of blue, gray, and black that you would find on jeans. Perfect for back to school. So you've got classic blue jeans, light washed, dark washed.
I'm gonna cover these.
Black, gray, indigo, and navy.
Ooh, wow, you got them all. So 7 different colors. What's cool about these,
Yeah.
the box, so the box actually has a little pair of jeans on the top.
That's cute.
And little jeans on the side. And they were drawn, apparently, these designs were drawn with the actual ink.
Oh, that's cool.
So that gives you a reasonable approximation.
Great little bottle. I like a bottle that is not tall and tippy. I am super clumsy.
Standard 40 ml Tasha bottle.
There we go. So those are very cool. Now in stock, and they were a lot of fun to swab.
Oh, this navy looks nice. I like this navy. That'd be a really nice color. So they'll be fun. You know, nice. It's just a fun theme, I think, too.
Great.
So as long as we're in ink.
We are going to talk about the Sailor State ink. I mean, at the rate of 2 a year, it'll take a while to get them all out. But
Wisconsin will be the last one. We'll be retired.
Do you think it'll be cheese colored? Anyway.
We've been debating that in the store. It's either going to be green or it's going to be yellowish for the Packers or cheese or something.
Well, they can't do Packer, though.
Well,
but anyway.
But the New York one.
New York and Texas. And see, I'm from New York, so I thought New York would be brown because there was a massive leather industry.
No,
it's blue for a certain
sports team in New York.
And Texas is brown. Super pretty colors in your typical little bottle. I love these. I just think they're so cute. So these are in, and the Sailor Shikiori cartridges. So now you can get Yamadori, Okuyama, all of those colors, Yozakura, right? All of the, I don't even remember how many there
all
are.
the Shikiori colors.
Are now in Sailor cartridges.
Yeah.
So if you prefer a cartridge, but you've been using your converter because there are certain colors you really, really love, now they all come in cartridges.
It'd be good for, if you want to back up. You're normally using the cartridge, and normally you fill with the Yamadori, but now you've got a backup.
Right.
I like the idea a lot. I think the Yamadori, of course, is probably going to be the most popular one. And so
there are some other really
they're good
killer
colors.
colors.
Yeah, Okayama's a great color. I use that one
Killer
too.
colors.
So anyway, in cartridges,
Yes.
coming soon.
Yes, this week.
This week.
Also coming soon, but not this week. Saving that for you while you're taking a drink.
Anything. It could be any of a number of products.
Hobonichi.
We're getting close.
Super excited.
We're 12 days away from being able to reveal what the options are for this year.
There's some
for
cute
covers.
ones.
I like them better this year. I thought some last year maybe
We're a little too cutesy.
A little. I don't want to say weird, but they're different. They were.
The Japanese market and the American market are very different, and I think that while people do like something fun and interesting,
Colorful.
For your planner, there are a lot of business people who want something a little more conservative. And so I think this year you've got more options for the conservative people, but you still have a lot of really cute things,
there's a lot of
including some very interesting things from designers, Japanese designers. So we will be able to reveal those on August 25th.
Yep, August 25th. And pre-orders. Actually, they're shipping to us at the end of the month. So normally we have a pre-order window, and then
like a month or two.
There's a month or two wait, but this year it's going to be pretty close.
So we reveal on August 25th, and then that gives you time to debate and think about it. And then we are able to accept pre-orders on September 1st. And supposedly we will be getting these pretty soon after that, which is exciting. A lot of people are used to the pre-order and wait, but
you shouldn't have to wait this time around.
I like that you have to wait a shorter amount of time.
And shipping from Japan is always very quick.
Yeah.
So
they're very efficient.
But yeah, so we'll have, of course, everything you're looking for. Regular A6 Taccia, Cousins.
Which
Weeks,
is the A5, which I love.
Yep. Weeks Mega, all sorts of things.
This year we have some new things also. We've got the new notebooks.
Yep.
I can't wait to see those. So that's very exciting.
And we can talk about those because they always have those.
Yes.
Yeah, so new notebooks by Hobonichi coming.
Yeah.
All right. And sign up for back in stocks on that. You can go to the website and go to the Hobonichi page under stationery, And there's a back in stock link there to be notified when the full catalog is revealed on August 25th. So
Woo. I am frantically trying to make sure I have everything ready to go.
all right,
Let's talk
next up,
Twsbi,
pens.
which is different than Turkey. Twsbi. Do you want cement gray or Prussian blue?
I want Prussian blue.
I know you do.
I
Did you
know.
take yours yet?
I didn't take one yet. I don't know why.
You better hurry or they're going to be gone. We got the new Twsbi Ecos in cement gray.
Yep.
It's darker than I thought it would
Yeah,
be.
the picture seemed a little washed out.
Yeah.
It is
I like
definitely
this better.
It's definitely a cement color, and there's
Yeah.
no other way to describe it.
No, that's great.
It's neat. It's different.
Eco is a great value, and I have now embraced all the different colors. I have none,
You have no, yeah. Well,
and I'm good with that. I don't like a piston. It's too much work to
you're
clean.
weird. But anyway, moving right along, the 580 ALR Prussian blue. This is gorgeous. This has the ringed cap.
You know what?
Ringed
Buy
top.
it so he doesn't get one,
Yeah,
please.
I'm sure. Oh, look at that. That's a fine nib. I can trade it. I can buy any of them and just swap the nib. It's got a nice, the ribbed section here, which is really cool. And I don't know now, originally we thought these were a limited run,
don't
and
know.
then they came back, so I don't know what that means. But we have them. That's all you need to know. They are a stunning color.
Brian wants ones.
And if my day goes well, I got something else.
What else?
We'll tell you later. So anyway, Twsbi Prussian blue and cement gray in stock, extra fine through 1.1.
Is it from Visconti?
She's giving me that look.
It's
isn't
from
she?
Visconti, isn't it?
It's not from Visconti, actually.
Okay.
Well, oh yeah, there's, okay.
All right.
Moving right along.
Moving right along before Brian puts his foot in his mouth. Life Stationery. We got in a
Sadly neglected to bring any here.
yes. We got in a massive restock and a bunch of new product. Some really cool bankers pads of paper. Different envelopes.
Little leather life. I'm going to bring it next week, I
Oh,
promise.
is this what you want? Well, that's cheaper
Well,
than
no.
the
Oh,
Visconti.
I do want that. It's this little it's a little card holder. It looks like it's color ring size, and it holds these cards, and it has a beautiful brownish red, reddish brown cover.
Yes.
That says life on it. It's adorable.
They are index cards that are hole punched like a color ring. And they do come, they call the cover red, but it is definitely a brown that's warmish, reddish.
yeah.
It's definitely not red.
Yeah.
And then there will be another one in a darker brown down the road. That didn't come yet.
They're cool. They're really.
And what are you going to do with it?
I love Lisa. I love Lisa. I don't know.
Yeah, good luck.
They're neat. There's nothing else like it, really.
Yes. They're similar to the old Mariamon word cards in that they're ringed, and like the color rings, they're ringed, but with
There's
the
an
leather.
elastic strap on it.
Yes, an elastic closure, but the leather cover is really cool.
Anyway, I'll bring some of that next week.
Okay.
But there's also the L writing paper.
Yes.
The bank paper. So and those are cool because they have the design on the outside, and it's lined. I mean, it's just really neat paper. So.
And of course, the pistachio and the vermilion notebooks. In fact, we had one customer buy 10 or 20. It was crazy.
Yeah.
Stock up.
So.
And then we
It's
will
not terribly expensive either. That's
No,
the great thing. The
no.
vermilion, the pistachio, they're in that kind of that Apica price range almost. They're super cheap.
terrific Japanese paper at a really great price. Speaking of prices, a couple price increases that were just announced to us within the past week or so. Monteverde is increasing their ink prices. So the bottled ink, I didn't see anything about cartridges.
I think it's just bottled ink. So
Okay. So the bottled ink that is currently $9 will go up to 10. The smaller bottle that
30
we
mil, yeah.
primarily carry. The larger bottle will go from, is it 15 to 20?
well, we don't carry the larger bottle, so
Yeah.
it's going up in price. So.
Yes.
And also,
Faber-Castell, some select pieces, the Ambitions, the Looms, the Essentios.
okay. So most Most everything.
Yes.
That covers everything under $150.
But not the ink.
But not the ink. Okay,
So-
good. The ink's already coming.
Yes. So if you're thinking about getting anything, a Monteverde ink or some of the pens that we carry from Faber-Castell, do it now before September 1st,
Save a couple bucks.
before the price goes up. And then,
Last but not least.
you know what?
What?
First, we're going to talk about what have you been using this week?
This week.
Because I've got pens to show.
You do have pens to show. Well, that's
do.
good. I was going to ask if you wanted to do that. This week I've been using a pen that I've been testing. It will eventually become for sale, but I actually haven't used. This is an Esterbrook J Transitional with the early 3-ribbed jewel on the top, which is really my favorite, probably favorite Esterbrook design of all time.
Okay.
In gray, I've got a, believe it or not, an extra fine 9450 manifold nib in here. I'll say it again, an extra fine 9450 manifold nib.
Do you have a fever?
I do have a fever. But I'm using this as a tester, testing something out, a new product that's
very
coming
exciting.
out, and it's really been a fantastic pen. When I'm done with the ink, I've got I think Sailor Gentle Blue in here. When I'm done with the ink, I'll probably just clean it out, and it'll end up on the website. So I haven't used an Esterbrook in forever.
Yeah, what's up with that?
Well, you know,
Where's your crystal dream?
it's in my case.
Sleeping?
No. I'll pull it out every once in a while. So that's what I got. What do you got this week? You've got like
This
ballpoints
week,
and what do you got
Well,
over
we
there?
have a new employee, and so a couple weeks ago we had a company party, company barbecue, and I gave her my Vanishing Point Decimo to play with, along with a Retro 51 Chicago, which she just loves because who
She
doesn't
does,
love a
yep.
good retro?
Yep.
But she's got a very unusual, like I can't even tell you how she grips her pen.
Well, it's between the first your first two fingers. She holds it kind of like this.
Yeah, it's weird.
And actually, I tried writing that way, and it wasn't too bad.
Okay.
I think she has an issue with her hand that if she holds it that way.
Okay.
But she's tried a bunch of fountain pens and
Yeah, she's loving it. But
been
I got
great.
my Decimo back, so I'm
yeah,
excited.
that was good. I grabbed that.
My beloved Wheatfield Under Thundercloud Visconti Van Gogh, still inked with my beloved purple. I'm trying really, really hard to get them to bring that back because I love it. And
Yeah, you dug that one out. That's nice.
this is a no longer made ST DuPont, and so I've been having a lot of fun with that.
Well, it's not. It's not just an ST DuPont. This is lacquer with gold on there. It's essentially Mach-E.
I have a Mach-E.
You mean
DuPont.
DuPont would never call it that way,
No.
but it's beautiful.
So I've been playing around with
You're not going to
this.
do the.
Oh, I didn't want to
And you
embarrass myself.
and we got that at a show
Yes, this one was from Peggy.
from Peggy. Yep.
Listen
So-
to that.
So
It's
I don't
just
remember
sexy.
I don't remember what we traded for that, but it was probably
Whatever it
a
was, it
sailor
was
or
worth
something.
it, yeah.
I made the deal because I knew you wanted it. So
Oh yeah, it's beautiful.
I think everybody went home happy. So
So that's
Cool.
what I've been using, and having a good time. I'm going to swap out inks this week, I think.
okay.
And
I still, by the way, with the exception of this pen, I realized I broke my thing. I was going to use a different ink for the next 365 days. Never
that work
mind.
out for
Never
ya?
mind. I used the same darn ink. I was testing though.
okay, so testing doesn't count.
Doesn't count.
Okay.
But yeah, so I'm still good there.
A different ink every day.
No, not every day. But
Oh, I was
when
gonna say.
the goal was for 365 days not to use an ink that I've already used. So when I run out in my Crystal Dream,
Okay.
then I fill it with something else, but I can't use anything else I've ever tried.
Ooh, you should write that down in your Hobonichi. What you used.
Okay. Last but not least,
Totally different.
and now for something completely different.
Yes.
We've talked about these before, somewhat.
I kind of like this.
Those are neat. But I am working on the next round of special pens. I've got here a tray of limited edition Vanishing Points.
Here, let me just hold that for you. Right over.
Lots of nice ones. 50th anniversary maple, twilight. We've got a couple of normal ones, like the yellow that they've discontinued. The first yellow limited, the limited carbonesque. This is different than the other red.
Yep.
That's the first limited.
And some Pilot Metal Falcon ballpoints.
Yeah.
I like
They're
these.
cool. They're really neat, actually.
Great,
nice weight.
great weight. Yeah.
But in addition to these, and then these are all going up. These will go up on the website within the next week or so. Keep an eye out. I am also putting up some of our old Vanishing Point and some other pen testers that we've had over the years, or pens that maybe came back. The customer inked it and didn't like the pen. They sent it back for whatever reason.
That clip is sometimes a deal breaker for people.
So we're going to be putting up experienced Vanishing Points, price to sell, no box, comes with the converter. Some of the pens may not have matching trim and nib units, but those will be disclosed. So you might get there might be a stealth. I know there's maybe half a dozen stealth black mats, but may have a rhodium nib instead of a black nib. And
Some of those are my fault in Chicago.
well,
A couple people got heavy-handed.
so
But-
there's at least probably 30 experienced Vanishing Points that we have that we're gonna be getting rid of, and a couple of other pens. So just kind of keep an eye out for it. They'll show up in the experience section or in the for sure.
And there'll be more,
They're not going to be limited like these.
right.
Yeah, they're going to be your black and rhodium. There's a carbonesque in
Right.
there. I can't remember if it's blue or black. The black matte stealth. There's some whites. There is a white with rhodium, which they don't sell now.
But it's just time to go through, and some of these are from shows from years ago. Some of these I had in Chicago, and we used as testers. Before I went down to Chicago, they were a little rough on a couple of those pens. We had one out on display that just got mangled. So it's time to go through and clean and start fresh.
They're all really excellent used condition. There's only a couple that have issues, which of course we'll disclose. But
Well, I kept the really bad one.
yeah, it's got a hole in it. But they're all in. Some of them still have stickers on them. Still have hang tags on them. Just they are what they are. So keep an eye out on those. And those are going to be priced. I don't want them around. They need to go away. So
Yes.
they're going to be 115, 120 or less on all these Vanishing Points. So good solid use price.
It's been good to go through the store. We've cleaned out the office and found a bunch of stuff. Did you find a couple pens in boxes? Did you say that?
I did, yeah. they were in boxes of boxes. I don't know how they got shuffled around.
Yeah. So it's been good to clean out, and we don't foresee going to shows anytime soon. So it's time to clean out the testers and let some of this stuff move along.
Yep. So keep an eye out for that. That'll be exciting. So
There you go.
there you go. Anything else?
No, a bunch of stuff that's
Coming in.
thinking about coming in. We did get partially restocked on Endless Recorder. That has been slowly coming in bits and pieces, a box here, a box there.
Yep.
And we will have some other new products coming in. It's really that time of year when a lot of the vendors are coming out with things before Christmas. Can you believe it's mid-August?
I can't believe
Can
it.
you believe I've been home for 5 months?
Yes.
Wow.
I can.
I just bought 2 new coffee mugs
Oh, nice.
that are cool.
Okay.
And I'm not going to give one to you now.
All right. Well,
What do you mean? Yes, you can tell it's been 5 months.
anyway, I think that's it for this week.
I think that is.
Thanks so much for joining us. Tune in next time for more talk about pens, ink, and paper.
Follow the blog for news, ink reviews, upcoming events, and of course, new product.
And check us out on social media as Anderson Pens.
Thanks for joining us.